Hello. All right. So today we're gonna be cooking vegetable rice. For cooking the rice, we would take some chopped onion, some garlic, and some ginger. We'll also use some cottage cheese, kind of paneer that we call it. Right? You can get it in Costco or any other Indian store. That's like a Vedka paneer available in Costco's. And it's really good. And we'll use some tomatoes we'll use later, and I'll add some potatoes or cauliflower or peas, all this stuff that we're gonna put some vegetables. You can use beans or carrot or any other green vegetable that you want to add. That'll be really good. So for cooking, I'll be using pressure cooker, but you can literally cook them without pressure cooker as well. Whatever the utensil you might be using for rice, right? Just take the deep one. For herbs or spices, we'll be using these are the coriander seeds. These are the whole coriander seeds, and some black pepper whole, and some cloves. So we will be dry roasting these spices in a pan, right? You can use the same pan or same or different pan, right? Don't put any oil, just dry roast them. And once they are dry roasted, then we can grind them. So I'm using like some cumin seeds, coriander seeds, black pepper, red chili, and put some salt, a half a spoon of salt, because that really helps to get them roast them well and from all the corners. So it's very important. I mean, you can use the garam masala at later, or the ready-made one, but this is really at a special effect, I would say. So just dry roast in a medium flame, a little bit shaken here and there, and then you should be okay. You will start really a kind of aroma will start coming out of these herbs or spices. Once you start feeling in them, then what you should do, just take them out and put them in a grinder, or I'm using like a granite mortar and pestle. If you have that in home, good. If not, just put a regular mixer grinder, small grinder, right? And then you can don't make it like a too thin, just keep it little crushed kind of, so that it comes and gives that very good flavor, right, once you add in your rice. I'm just doing by hand, right, and you can see it like how it comes. Just after doing little 2-3 minutes, right, it will come like this, and I'll leave it like this because this will really, like, we don't need a fine paste, we just need a little bit of small pieces, so that should be okay, right? We hand grinded stuff is really good. Cottage cheese, it was in a refrigerator, so what I will do, I will just take it out, put a little hot water, and then I'll microwave it for a minute so that it's soften up, right, because that will be too much, right? Let's get the cooking done. I'm using mustard oil. You can use any oil, whatever oil you use, right? But mustard oil, it's really very common in Indian food. So I'll be using mustard oil. I'll heat it up and then cool it down, because mustard has a kind of like a flavor. So you have to really heat it up well and then cool it down in a medium flame. Put some cumin seeds. So I'll use some spices again, right? I know we have cumin seeds in our grinded spices, but here we will put some cumin seed, garlic, and also put the ginger, right? And also put a bay leaf here, because that'll be really good. So once you add this, just make sure they are a little golden. This is heating up. Let's get ready for next phase. So we'll take 2 spoons of curd, right? Take a hung curd or the curd with less water. Add some coriander powder. Add some turmeric powder in this, right? And then I'll be using a little Kashmiri mirch and also a degi mirch. These are commonly available chili powder. You can use any other chili powder as well. So in this pan, I added a little onion, the onion that I chopped, and also added the tomato, right? I added 2 tomato in this. You can also add like tomato puree if you want, but I just prefer to use fresh tomatoes. I mixed that masala pretty well, the curd, right, now, so that the color is coming up, right? it's a turmeric color along with the chili. Now I will add this in this masala, but I'll just wait. I'll add a half spoon of salt in this because salt is really helps to cook tomato well, right? And I really want that once it should cook well, then it should be like this. So I added the curd and the masala in this, right? Now just wait. It has to be very slow flame because you are using curd. If the flame is not slow, right, it might get like a broken and you might have get not right texture. So keep the flame slow, keep let it cook in a slow flame, right, and keep moving the spatula or just to make sure that it's not stucking up anywhere. The oil must come out from all the sides like this, and that is something, it's a hint that your herbs and the curd and onion, tomato, are cooking well now. So once this comes out, and I think it's ready, you can add few more stuff like if you want to add some cream, you can add some cream if you want. Otherwise, no cream, that's fine. Now I'll add the vegetable in this. So the vegetable, I just drain them out, remove the water because I don't want water, but I'll be adding the vegetables in this and then mix it well. So go for a sequence, don't add everything like we have to add other vegetable as well, right? So if you are planning to add other vegetables, go to hard vegetable first, then use the soft vegetable like beans or something you are adding. You can add them later because tomato, potato or cauliflower, it lets the masala get coated up. I'm using the cream little bit right on this. You can add them while cooking if you want, otherwise you can skip this step. So I'll use it like a little 2 spoons of cream, not that much. That's something we can add it out. Okay, now I've added the cottage cheese, right, and I'll mix it well. It's a process of sequencing really, so just wait and go one by one, right, so that the masala and all this flavor goes inside these vegetables and whatever items that you are adding. Now it's time to add the rice, the key ingredients, right? So it's time to add the rice. So I'm taking about like 2 cups of rice, right? And it's important to know about how much rice that we are adding because that will help us to figure out how much water we need to add, right? I mean the measurement can varies from cooking in pressure cooker versus not cooking, but everybody knows how to cook rice, so you can take your wild guess, right? But here for 2 cups of rice, I'll use 2 more like a 4 cup of water. I'm using a little bit of ghee, that's the clarified butter, right? If you don't have a ghee, you can use any salted or unsalted butter, right? A kind of a spooner because that helps really on rice, because when you put the water, it keeps them separated, right? If you don't put it anything, it might little messed up, but it's really helps. It's time to add our masala, right? That's something which grinded. I'll put this in on this. So and then now let's mix it up, right? I think we are really moving towards getting ready. So just mix, let the boil come, right? Don't just pack it up or just make sure that's the masala and everything goes well. Now add double amount of water. As we added some vegetables, so it's important to add a little bit of extra water, right? Maybe a half cup of water. Add some cilantro leaves, right? And we are almost ready to pack the pressure cooker, right? And once we pack the pressure cooker, it will take 2 whistles to cook the rice, right? You can take it like a 1 and while 2 is coming, but it will take about 2 whistles to cook it up. 2 whistles are done. So once you hear 2 whistles, it's a steam pressure cooker. Take it off from the gas burner or a heater, whatever you are using. Don't leave it there, otherwise it will be overcooked, right? And just leave it at the side, let the steam come out. Okay, so now let's see how the rice are. I'm just opening up the cooker and here are the rice, and you can just do like this and you see that everything is okay. Now you like this, These are the vegetable rice, which is little with paneer and vegetables, and they are almost ready. Just we can serve and eat. You can add some sauce or whatever you like, or some green chutney, some pickle, the way you like it. It's gonna be awesome. So these are the recipe of the rice, right? Or the vegetable rice with some more vegetables. You can put peas or capsicum or carrot or any other vegetable that you like it. So this is really, I hope they are tasty. Let's see. We're gonna taste it. And for tasting, what I'm gonna do, I'll take a spoon and let's just taste it. It's awesome. All right, ready to go. Right. All right, here you go. Just a snapshot. All right. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, I can see it's yeah, it's coming up pretty well. I can't wait. I have to eat. And some people add a chutney or sauce, or if you want to add. Otherwise, they go just like it without adding anything. This tasting is
amazing.
Amazing. Is it tasty?
Very.
Okay, you are adding butter. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, good. You add butter. All right, you add butter or sauce, or if you need anything. Otherwise, you don't need to add anything because it should be tasty without anything. All right, let's enjoy. Bon appetit.